everyone, my name is Kristin Hayes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to show you how to make this quick and simple thinking of you card. I'm very into quick and simple lately. My life is a little crazy, as I'm sure most of yours are as well, but let's get started. We're going to start with a piece of Pebbled Path. This is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece, this is new DSP coming out in the online exclusives July 6th. I'm not sure when this video is going up, but right now it's July 4th, so hopefully I'll have it up before then. It's called One Horse Open Sleigh. It's 6 by 6, and these are so pretty. So you have like a pattern on one side and then a scene. Let me see, you can see like a scene on the other side, and this coordinates with another bundle that we're not doing today, but I'm going to show you really quickly, called Horse and Sleigh, and it has coordinating dies. And at the end of the video I'll show you 2 samples I did with this set, with the DSP as well, so you can see more of the DSP. This is the other side of this piece, and this is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to start with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with this piece. So you can see there's like a pop-up piece here. We're going to take it directly from this paper. So these dies are the Something Fancy dies. Something Fancy dies. That's right. And you can see you get all these different kinds of shapes that you can build upon and border. It's a really great set. And it does have a coordinating stamp set that we're not using today. So I'm going to take these 2 pieces, and on this piece I'm going to use some Pebbled Path and cut this one out, and this smaller one I'm going to directly put it on this DSP and cut it out where I want the hole. No one's ever going to see that you cut it out from the same piece because we're putting it on top. So let's see here. I'm going to line this one up first, and I want it right about here. Let me just move that in. That looks good because we want some for the border of this Pebbled Path going in as well. All right, let me just make sure that I'm not going to clip the corners of that. The Pebbled Path doesn't matter as much, but that piece we are using. All right. Let's run it through. All right, and let's take these right off and put this away. All right, so you can see we got a piece right out from the middle, but no one's ever going to know that there's a hole in it. We're going to, before we put these pieces on, we're going to take some ribbon, and this is the basic white, can never find the English, herringbone ribbon. And we're just going to cut a piece to go across. So I want it just in the middle here. All right. Let me find my seal here, and we're just going to put a little seal here and a little seal here to hold the ribbon. All right, and I'm just going to flip it to make sure I have it straight over the way I want it on this side. Make sure that's sticking. Okay, so then we're going to just put some seal on here and attach it right to our base. Whoop. There we go. And I've got some seal here, but that doesn't really matter because it's going to be covered up. So I'm going to make sure this is going the right way. Some seal on there and adhere it right to this piece of Pebbled Path we cut out. And then this is going to be bumped up on some dimensionals. Let me see if I've got some here still. Yep. So I'm going to actually put the dimensionals in here so I know exactly where they're going. And then we're just going to put the piece, make sure it's going the right way, right on here. And you can do this with this kind of pop out with any DSP that you'd like, in any pattern, just to make sure your pattern's going in the right way. All right, so now I'm going to take some scrap and a scrap of the Pebbled Path, and we're going to do the sentiment with everything falling over here. I'm going to use my embossing buddy, and I'm going to use the Wonderful Thoughts, Thinking of You stamp from this set. And this does have all coordinating dies so that you can cut out the shape of the sentiment as well. So we're going to take some Versamark and ink it up. There we go. Then we're going to take some white embossing powder and sprinkle it on. Do another coat just to make sure it got in all the spots. Tap it off, and then we're going to funnel that right back into the container to use again. So now I'm just going to grab my heat tool. We'll heat this up. Alrighty, so now I have the shape for the Thinking of You to use my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. So let's bring that back up. And I've got new plates in here, so I'm just going to flip them around. I'm trying to do that every time I cut so that it tends not to warp as much, and trying to do it in different places so I'm not cutting in the same spot every time. So this is really tight. Let me see if I can get it here just right. I think that looks good. We'll put the top piece on carefully. There we go. You can always tape them down, but I seldom have the patience to do that. All right, so here is our Thinking of You. Let me get this out of the way. All right, so for this, we're going to take a mini. Let's see, here's the mini. And we're going to put the mini at this side, the thinking, or towards the G there. And then we're going to use just a little seal on this side because we're going to prop it up part here, and this has been popped up, and part on what's already been popped up. There we go. And then I just have some of these Neutrals adhesive back sequins. I'm going to take your pick tool and just adhere a couple of these on for a little bling. Let's see, we'll do this one. I think I did it there. But you can put them anywhere you want. And that's all there is to it. So here's the card we made. Here is our original. And then these are some other cards I made. This is the same DSP. And this is that one horse and sleigh stamp set that I showed you in the beginning. And then here is another piece. This is all DSP. Isn't it beautiful? And then I just did some white embossing on navy and attached it. It was really quick and easy. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just please leave them down in the comments below. And all of my social links will be listed there too. Thank you.